Strengthened efforts have been geared up to turn the government's vision of the manufacturing sector into a reality and to uplift the level of industrialization in the country. Despite the notable growth trends witnessed in basic manufacturing areas over the past decade, the sector has relatively remained weak with its very low contribution to the country's gross domestic product. In order to change this scenario and enhance export-oriented manufacturing, the government has set to develop huge industrial zones in different regions of the country.
Industrial zone development is important and also helps the country's competitiveness in the world, particularly in having more and more FDI. So to attract foreign direct investment, industrial zone development is one of critical instrument. Apart from FDI, particularly to create conducive environment for domestic private sectors, particularly in manufacturing, still industrial zone development is critical and important. So in having more domestic private sector and also FDI, particularly in manufacturing sector, we can create more job opportunities, and also in economic sphere we can improve our performance, and hence it contribute this by doing so can contribute more in poverty reduction.
The Bole Lemmi Industrial Park is one of those government-owned establishments. The Ministry of Industry has received 342 hectares of land from Addis Ababa City Administration. This industry zone is being constructed in a phase-by-phase manner.
Bole Lemmi is particularly the location. It's about 10 kilometers away in international airport. That zone is, the totality of that area is about more than 300 hectares. And the same compound, we are going to construct about 17 factory sheds. That zone is planned for light manufacturing industries, such as garments and leather and leather products mainly.
የመጀመሪያው ፌዝ የሚያካትተው 5 factory sheds.
The first phase of the construction includes 5 factory sheds. Out of each, 2 of them are full, and the other 3 are half sheds. The 2 full sheds measure 11,000 square meters each, and the 2 half sheds are 5,000 meters square each. These areas do not include their compounds. Other buildings are office blocks, lounge, showers and toilets, security house, and the face of the compounds.
To develop part of the Bole Lemmi Industrial Zone, the Ministry of Industry awarded the contract to 13 different domestic construction companies and 1 consulting firm. Each construction company was given specific tasks at the project.
My company responsibility is to do the civil works, as you have seen in the inside, except the structural works. All the others civil work is our company duty.
Our responsibility at this site is to work on the civil engineering parts. We are given one of the full sheds. The civil works in the shed includes the basement and the floor construction, electrical works and sanitary. So far, we have built 122 toilets and showers, 20 office blocks and dressing rooms. Generally, we have concluded more than 2,500 meter cube concrete works.
በዚህ በቦሌ ለሚ ኢንዱስትሪያል ፓርክ ስራ ላይ
We have been involved in the construction of pre-engineering buildings here at Bolelemi Industrial Park. Our major tasks include designing, fabrication, or production of the main parts, supply, and finally commissioning of all the sheds.
In order to save time in a bidding process, the contractors are selected based on their levels and previous performances, especially on government projects, like in the construction of universities and others.
All the construction companies here are selected in view of their previous performances and yearly evaluation. Moreover, the government has a firm belief that we could construct the project as per the time set and the required quality standards.
Although the progress of the construction ranges from one contractor to another, currently the first phase project of the Bole Lemi Industrial Zone is nearing completion.
አሁን በማቴሪያል ወይቱ ኦልሞስት ከ99% በላይ ደርሷል።
More than 99% of the constructions of all the 5 sheds have been completed, and we are now left only with some rectification tasks.
Currently, our progress is almost 57%. The project by itself late due to some problems when you compare it to the others one. Because of the sewage line passes through our buildings and the relocation of the pipe is almost taken for 3 months in order to relocate. That's why our project, when compared to the others, is delayed.
ከተማው ፍሳሽ ከአያት አካባቢ የሚወጣ ፍሳሽ መስመር ነበረ።
There was an existing main sewage line that comes from Ayat area and passed through the site, as it was located at one of the sheds construction area. We had to reallocate it, which took us some time. But now, all is done well, and the delayed construction of one of the sheds is in its final stage. Generally, the progress has reached more than 95%. This means it's now possible to hand it over to the client.
The progress of the project is good, and we are going to complete it at least by end of October. The factory sheds almost 3 of factory sheds complete almost 99% on the average.
Establishment of basic infrastructures like water supply, electric power, telecom facilities and roads are also the essential parts of the Bole Lemi Industrial Zone project. Ato Warku Belai from MH Engineering is working as a consultant for the road under construction.
መንገዱ በሁለት ይከፈላል።
The road is categorized into 2, the main road and the compound road. The main road is about 3.2 kilometers long, while the compound road covers an area of 28,000 meters square. The total length is around 4 kilometers. Regarding its width, the road ranges from 14 to 24 meters based on its function.
ብዙ ጊዜ የሚፈጀው ስራ በሙሉ ተሰርቷል።
All the major and time-taking tasks like subgrade preparation, capping, the base and others are completed. The remaining is the last stage, which is asphalt layer, that needs 10 to 15 days only. As it cannot be done during in a rainy season, we have temporarily stopped it. Currently, we are working on related tasks like the pavement and others.
The government of Ethiopia is providing due attention and support to the successful completion of the project. High-level officials, including Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn, have recently paid a visit to the site and personally evaluated the progress of the project.
ከጠቅላይ ሚኒስትሩም ጀምሮ ክትትል ያለበት እንደነበረ ነው የምናውቀውና
This project has been closely supervised by the Prime Minister himself. The Ministry of Industry as well as Urban Development and Construction are also engaged in monitoring it by their state ministers. In addition to that, Ato Tekle Birhan Ambaye, the president of Tekle Birhan Ambaye Construction, has been evaluating every activity of the project.
የመንግስት ክትትል በተለይ በሚኒስትሪ ኦፍ ኢንዱስትሪ
Government support through the Ministry of Industry has been impressive. We have been meeting every week and discuss everything at the level of State Minister and solve problems timely. Payments were also made expediently. This helped us to complete the construction on time.
ግንባታውን የምንከታተለው ከጊዜ አኳያ
We oversee the construction of the road in two aspects, time and quality. We have weekly meetings with the contractors whereby we evaluate the progress. As far as the quality control is concerned, we are governed by the Addis Ababa Roads Authority specifications as the zone is located in Addis. So we monitor the quality accordingly.
We have a consulting firm. We can control the quality, the time and the length. We have agreement with contractors. Based on the agreement, our consulting firm helps us on supervising, and the consulting firm gives us feedback. Based on the feedback, the feedback is sometimes weekly, sometimes daily. We have also dedicated team alongside with the consulting firm. Me myself, I supervise almost weekly basis, not only in the office, by just visit to the site. For example, tomorrow afternoon I'm going to visit and we'll have a session of discussion. The thing is also not only to control, to solve their problem. Sometimes they might face unusual problem. That time we can solve discussion with some pertinent government offices. Sometimes they face the supply problem. Sometimes they face something unusual thing. We are there to support them to solve the problem so that the project is completed according to the planned way.
Apart from its significant contribution to the country's economic growth, expansion in the manufacturing sector is believed to create more job opportunities, not only in the time of construction, but also in the subsequent completion of the industries. Alkidan Amonye graduated in surveying from one of the city's technical and vocational training centers and has been working in different construction sites.
I worked in different road construction projects and have been working here at Bolelemi Industrial Zone for the past 2 months as a supervisor. I have never been at such a huge construction site before. I am improving my knowledge and skills here.
This project is different from others in its size. It's being constructed for the country's development. We all know there is no development without industry. As an individual, I am proud to be involved in the project. Moreover, I am earning better now.
Temporarily, during the construction period, about 2,300 job opportunities have been created, and this is only during the construction period of construction of 5 factory sheds and some common facilities. We are going to construct more 17 factory sheds. it's possible that by next time we can have about 8,000 temporary jobs we can create for next year. And permanent job, it is expected that from 20 to 30,000 permanent jobs will be created in the future.
In its efforts to boost the manufacturing sector, the Ministry of Industry has acquired more land from the city administration of Addis Ababa and different regional states. Very recently, the ministry has signed an agreement with a Chinese construction company to develop another huge industry zone in the town of Diredoa.
Actually, Bolelemi is the beginning at government level. Next, our plan is to have a broad-based industrial zone and development. Sometimes it's called a special economic zone. We should have a strategy. We are working with CAS, a Chinese company, and that company is an experienced company. So we are going to have a strategy for nationwide on industrial zone. That is one output. The other three outputs are Diredoa based, Diredoa industrial development based, such as master plan for Diredoa industrial development, industrial zone development, special plan for Diredoa industrial zone development, and particularly we are going to have feasibility study for Diredoa.
Currently, the government of Ethiopia is paving the way for local and foreign investors who are interested to be involved in the manufacturing sector, providing conducive environment that leads to mutual benefits.
Industrial zone meant to facilitate, to create conducive environment for private sector. So I kindly invite particularly our private sector working maybe in service, maybe in trading, to shift particularly to manufacturing, so they can benefit a lot. Also, the government and our people at large can benefit some sustainable things. And next, I also kindly invite foreign direct investors to work with us, so that this is the country where the labor is cheap, power is cheap, and they can have benefits, not only local benefits, or international, such as free entrance to Europe and America, such as AGOA.